you've been trying to de-Amazonify your life for a while now. How's that
Yeah.
going?
Pretty good. Yeah. I don't buy anything from Amazon.
What it
That's
like?
pretty much it.
What do you do? It's so
I
convenient. They got Prime
I
shipping.
I understand that they have Prime shipping, but
Yeah,
I find I don't buy as much stuff as I feel like a lot of people do.
right.
I don't
Really,
know.
really. Would you say you're a cheap?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. I don't have any like actual metric to gauge that on, but I just feel like I don't. So like technically Prime would just lose me money anyways because realistically you're just trying to get it for free shipping, but you can pay for the same shipping time. Like if you're like, "Oh, I need it in 2 days or whatever," because I believe in Canada that's the Prime shipping standard is 2
Hmm.
days. So you can pay for the 2-day shipping. And there's a lot of other retail websites where you can pay to get things in 2 days. You have to pay for it instead
Right.
of just having Prime, which you're paying for just annually, so it doesn't feel like it. So when you go to buy that individual item, it feels cheaper because you're
Yeah.
getting it from Amazon, but it's probably not. Well, I know it depends on how much you shop from Amazon. If you buy from Amazon like every freaking day, then sure, definitely you're going to save a ton of money at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But
Sort
at
of.
my volume, I would not at all.
I'll hold that thought for a second. So like, what do you do? Because like one of the first hits, anytime you search for like buy anything, is going to be an Amazon page. They're
Oh, and
so
that's
good at
great
SEO.
because Amazon search is fantastic. So I usually actually use Amazon to find the thing that I want, and then use SKUs or product names or descriptions or just manufacturers or whatever, and then just find it elsewhere and buy it from there.
Cool.
It's just, yeah.
On the subject of things being cheaper on Amazon, that is not necessarily always true. So take, for example,
Oh, I just mean
LTT
because of the
water
free
bottles.
shipping.
Well, no, even then. So LTT water bottles are actually priced $5 higher on Amazon than they are on lttstore.com. And for people with Prime, that might still make it less expensive and faster to get to them because Amazon has warehouses all over the place and stuff like that. But the reason that we have them priced more expensive and the reason that a lot of vendors do that is because Amazon charges so much for fulfilled by Amazon service that it's your costs are just inherently higher when you're working through Amazon. So compared to having basically, I think we're at the point now where we're near half or over half of the total business of the logistics company that we use that's run by one of my old NCIX colleagues. So even at the point where we are like basically setting up our own like half of a logistics company and funding that percentage of that business, our costs are so much lower working through them that we have to charge about $5 extra on Amazon. And it's not just that. There's ways that they just kind of completely screw you over as a vendor that a lot of people don't talk about. Like, for example, an item was mislabeled. We don't know if it was us who mislabeled it or if it was them who mislabeled it, but some people bought the 40-ounce LTT water bottle on, I think it was Amazon.ca, and got the 21-ounce one and wanted to returned it. And Amazon basically flagged the whole thing as like mislabeled, immediately blamed us with no sort of investigation whatsoever. And they've had them for a couple of months now, pending sending back to us, which I guess they'll do when they feel like it or something. And there's other cases where, oh man, I forget what it was, but there's one stupid thing where ultimately oh yeah. Here's a really good one. If it ships out late and the customer demands like, I think you can demand some kind of like chargeback if it doesn't arrive on at the time it's like supposed to arrive or something. I forget what it is. Some kind of like guaranteed delivery guarantee. We get penalized if it doesn't arrive in time, even though it's fulfilled by Amazon. It's in their warehouse. They handle the entire thing end to end, and we get billed against our account for it. And I'm sitting here going, what?
That makes no sense.
It makes,
I so my big thing is, and we've talked about this on WAN Show a lot. Like when a company does something
yeah,
that we don't like, this used to actually even be more common on the WAN Show, I guess.
yeah,
We would say vote with your wallet, right?
sure.
We'd stop pre-ordering games, stop buying that game from that store that is doing things that you don't like,
Yep.
stop doing whatever, and you can decide whatever about which thing pisses you off enough. But there's just enough things that Amazon has done that I don't like buying from them. From like employees needing to piss in bottles to like all this other crazy
No,
stuff.
no,
I
they
just
denied that. They denied that until they stopped denying it.
yeah, they can deny whatever they want. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the idea of supporting these smaller shops.
Yeah.
I often find that the smaller shops are much more appreciative of your business. I find they're actually still some people are like, oh yeah, Amazon's just really easy to work with. Like Linus just said, the companies just get blamed for everything, so you can just return whatever you want.
That's why Amazon is so easy to work with as a consumer, because Amazon is screwing over the vendors on the other side. Whether it's, did you see that that company that made a really nice messenger bag that Amazon Basics just outright ripped off?
Oh, Amazon Basics has ruined tons of stuff. Like so but I also find that small vendors are not difficult to deal with. And often you get like really personalized service, which is pretty nice. Like I've had no problem ever since I dropped Amazon, and I actually don't even think it's really been notably that much more convenient. The only thing that I think was genuinely more convenient about being on Amazon is checking the like tracking status of packages was more centralized. That's it.
Yep. And I mean, there's a reason that we use it so much for the business, because tracking down invoices and stuff like that for the accounting team is so much simpler when we do the majority of our ordering through Amazon. Nick messaged me about the water bottles. He says, we've requested them to be sent back through the system 3 times now, LMAO. I think it's working this time because it's not labeled as reserved in the system anymore, but yeah, it's not a great experience. With that
but like
said, oh, go ahead.
I'm seeing people in Floatplane chat talk about this, and I know this is a thing. People will post on Twitter about how like the horrible working conditions and all these horrible practices that Amazon has, and then turn around and later that night order some stuff off Amazon, and I'm just like, whoa, like if you're just helping to pour money in that direction, you're literally funding the problem. Which is like, I mean, if you don't care about those things, that's whatever. I'm not saying that you must act on this or anything, but I cared, and it was really easy to solve, so I just did it.
So Palin H says, if your experience with Amazon is so bad, why are you still selling things through them? Because overall, we are deeply invested and 100% committed to LTTstore.com. But at the end of the day, some people, and you can see here, it is a considerable number of people. Each model of the LTT circuit board water bottle has like tens of reviews on it. So that should tell you, actually, I would say that compared to most products on Amazon, that is not as representative of sales, because you guys are amazing. Like, our community is rabid. I'm pretty sure like most people who buy one are leaving a review. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. But that should tell you that we are moving a considerable number of water bottles through Amazon. So even if we mark it up, which helps cover the cost of Fulfilled by Amazon, and even if we have to eat it once in a while when stupid stuff happens and we just get blamed for it for no reason, there are people who are just only going to shop on Amazon, and that is the only way to reach that audience. So there's just not really a lot we can do about it if we want to do what's best for our business and our employees. So for me, I see myself as the executive officer, chief executive officer of the company, as being at the service of pretty much everyone. In a way, everyone is my boss, because if they're dissatisfied, then I ultimately lose my job. If my employees are dissatisfied and they leave, I will lose my job, because my job is to be in charge of them. So if they're gone, then I don't have a job anymore. I can't run the business.
Time to mutiny, boys.
If you guys leave me, if the viewers leave me, then I'm fired, right? And that was a conversation that I actually had with Jonathan Horst, oh wait, no, was it with him? No, it was with our new producer. Actually, I probably talked to him about it too, but it was with an applicant for the producer position for Channel Superfun, which we are maybe close to hiring, where they basically asked me a really good interview question. This is a really great interview question. Ask your interviewer if you want to look smart. They asked me, what does success look like in this role? And, I basically said a bunch of stuff, and they were like, okay, so at the bottom line, you don't really know. And I said, yeah, that's the truth, because I'm not your boss. like, yeah, sure, I'll sign your paychecks and you'll report into me when stuff is good or stuff is bad or you need help or whatever. But at the end of the day, your boss is the audience. If
Yeah.
they're not happy, you're fired. And if they're not happy with me, guess what? I'm fired too, because my job hangs by a thread every single day. We've got a lot of good momentum. We've got a lot of good people. We've got a lot of expertise, a lot of know-how, a lot of equipment. So we're better positioned to be competitive in this space than almost anyone else. But that doesn't change anything if the audience decides, you know what? I don't really like Linus Tech Tips anymore. Because it's over. That's the end of the game. We're done. Right? So I forget how I got on this topic. Did someone posted a question or something like that? Can't remember what I'm responding to, but crap. Where'd I go? Where'd I come from with this? You know what? It doesn't matter. ABCB over on Floatplane. I still love the Swacket. Wife doesn't really get it, but can you make a V2? We are working on it. So we're still going to work with Amazon because there's just why was I talking
It's
about
well,
that?
something that
Help
I
me
would
out,
bring
guys.
up is like it's like
Just a tangent. All right.
it's like you're a merchant trying to sell things and you don't set up your stall. Like it's a criticism that I used to give to Intel all the time
Right. Okay, I
when they
remember.
backed out of. Okay, sorry.
Okay, I remember. I was saying I'm a bad chief executive officer if I don't do what's best for the people that I work for, which is my employees. If we are not selling those water bottles on Amazon, at the end of the day, that's going to affect our budgeting for next year, which is going to affect their compensation, which is going to affect their happiness and morale, which is going to affect my ability to keep running this company, and we're all going to get fired. So I have to ultimately do what's best for the business within reason, within the limits of what I am morally allow myself to do. If people are going to shop on Amazon and there's nothing I can do to stop them and I can't reach them anywhere else, the reality of it is we're going to have water bottles on Amazon. That was where I was going with that. Sorry, Luke, go ahead. You're talking to Intel.
Yeah. So my point was like I used to constantly roast Intel for not showing up to PAX because they had this constant PAX presence for years, and by talking to a bunch of them, they effectively decided like, oh, the ROI doesn't really seem to be there, so we're backing out.
Right.
And that was just I would argue to the end of the earth without the proper metrics and probably without the proper words to explain it. But that was an incredibly stupid move. And I have talked to people there that have argued against me, and I have found little to no value in their arguments, and I maintain that was just an incredibly stupid move because they were a vendor and they didn't put their booth at the market. Like it's that basic. Maybe they didn't make the money there. Maybe I have no idea, but maybe you guys don't make an incredible amount on those water bottles, but it's out there. It's an available storefront. You guys should do it. It gets your name out there. It gets people more focused on the idea of LTT merch. They're really high quality water bottles. The more they're around, the more available they are. If you get that into the hands of someone who's a super fan, but they only shop on Amazon, and then they try it, they're like, wow, this is awesome. They might
leave a 5-star review.
They might leave a 5-star review. They might go to LTT store. They might recommend it to their friends. They might do these other various things.
So, that has multiple impacts. Like Luke said, they might go to lttstore.com and buy a t-shirt. Or they might leave a 5-star review, which might influence someone who's never even heard of Linus Tech Tips to just buy this water bottle, thinking that Linus Tech Tips is a water bottle brand, and they just buy it and like it. So it's not impossible, right? I'm sure someone has bought it who has no idea what the heck Linus Tech Tips is. Although I do think, Nick, I know you're watching, I do think we could do a better job of the merchandising on these things, because just 40-ounce capacity, I think we could say a little more about how it keeps your drinks cold or hot or, whatever. Oh, man. This is great. Oh, these reviews are really good. Oh, you can get rid of the metallic smell. It just takes a while. It's kind of like when you get a new fridge and you have the water dispenser in it. You got to actually wash it quite a lot of times. The manufacturing stank is real. The Lord has blessed this one. Very good. I like sip sip. You guys are great. You guys are great. By the way, we actually have another LTT store product that is new on Amazon. We don't have a ton of them in stock because Amazon, again, stupid limitations. They only let you put a handful on the store at a time. But ABCs of Gaming is officially on Amazon.com. I
Nice.
noticed something really weird though. This is hilarious. So check this out, Luke. You can buy, hold on a second, where is it? Ah, yes, one used from $8.77. How would someone have a used copy of ABCs of Gaming? We have only sold it through LTT Store, and Amazon hasn't sold a single unit yet, I don't think, because we have not announced this yet. So I clicked on this because I was really curious about it. And check this out. Oh, where did it go?
Is it another vendor or something?
There was one. Hold on. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So Honest Abe's Books and Media. It's not actually used. It's new, and it's $13.26 plus $12.50 of shipping, which makes me wonder. Okay, so that's a total of about almost $27. Or 26? Yeah, $26. Which makes me wonder if there are actually like used bookstores on Amazon whose entire business is to algorithmically check the price across a variety of different outlets and then list it on Amazon knowing that they can buy it because it doesn't cost $13 to ship or $12.50 to ship that thing within the United States. So knowing that they can buy it, have it shipped to them, and then reship it to a customer and show a lower sticker price, but make margin on that high shipping cost. And that's like their entire business is making like 5 or 10 or 15 points on this, like buying from Amazon and then reselling to you with deceptive shipping prices or something like that. Because there's no other way that Honest Abe, what was it called? Honest Abe's Bookstore?
Honest Abe's,
Yeah.
which makes it more funny in this context.
Isn't that great?
That's pretty awesome.
Go figure, right?